All right, welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's, absolutely crucial for a great user experience in Salesforce, mastering toast notifications in Lightning Web Components. We're going to start with the basics and then level up to a really reusable utility that won't just make your UI better, it'll seriously clean up your code. Let's get into it.
So picture this. Your user, they've just filled out a whole form, they click that save button, and then what? A little spinner maybe? The page reloads? Or worse, just nothing. Just silence. That moment right there, that little bit of confusion, that's exactly what we're going to solve today. Because let's be real, silence in an app is just confusing. Your users need to know what just happened. Did it work? Did something break? Is there something else I need to do? So giving that clear, instant feedback isn't just some nice little extra feature. It's absolutely essential if you want to build an app that people can actually trust and use.
And for that job, one of the best tools we have in our Lightning Web Components, or LWC toolkit, is the toast notification. So let's break down exactly what these are and why they are so darn effective.
A toast notification is that slick little pop-up that slides into view, usually up in the corner of the screen. Its whole job is just to quickly tell the user, hey, that thing you just did, here's what happened. It shows up, delivers the news, and then just fades away without getting in their way. It's perfect. Now, as you can see here, not all toasts are the same. The system gives us 4 different flavors, each with a very specific job. Success is your green light. It's that, yep, all good confirmation. Error is that big red flag that screams something went wrong. Warning is more of a heads up, and info is just for, well, general information. Picking the right one is everything for clear communication. Okay, enough talk. Theory's great, but let's actually get our hands dirty and build one of these things. We're going to start with the most common scenario there is, firing off a simple success message right after the user does something. And honestly, it all just boils down to these 3 simple steps. First, you got to import the ShowToastEvent from the platform. Second, you write a little JavaScript function to build your toast. And third, you hook that function up to something the user does, like clicking a button. Let's see what that looks like in the code. So here's the JavaScript that makes the magic happen. See that very first line? That's our import statement pulling in the ShowToastEvent. Then, inside our component, we've got our showSuccess function. This is where we create the new toast, and we pass in an object with the title, the message, and really important, that success variant. The very last piece, this.dispatch event, that's what actually tells Salesforce, hey, show this toast on the screen now. Now, let's jump over to the HTML and actually connect this to something. Here we have a pretty standard Lightning button, but the key, the part that makes it all work, is the on-click handler. We've set it to show success, which is a direct wire to that JavaScript function we just looked at. Simple as that. The user clicks, the function runs, and boom, our success toast pops up. Okay, so we've got the basics down. That's cool. But the real power comes when you start handling different situations, like critical errors or when you make your messages dynamic and personal. Let's build on what we've learned and add some of that power. Right, so when something really truly breaks, you have to be 100% sure the user sees it. For that, we use the error variant. But check out that extra property on the slide, mode sticky. This is so important. A sticky toast doesn't go away on its own. The user has to click the X to close it, which guarantees that critical info never gets missed. Static messages are fine, but dynamic ones, they're just so much better. By using JavaScript's template literals, you see those little backticks around the message, we can easily slot variables right into our string. Here, we're making it personal with a user's name, but you could drop in a record ID, a number of files uploaded, anything. It just makes the feedback so much more specific and helpful. Okay, now for the part that really separates the pros from the amateurs. Instead of copying and pasting that toast code all over the place in every single component, we're going to build a clean, reusable, and scalable solution, a central toast utility. Trust me, this is an absolute game changer. And this, right here, this says it all. Look at the before on the left. You see that big, clunky dispatch event block of code? You'd have to repeat that everywhere. But now look at the after on the right. A clean, easy-to-read, single line of code. It's just so much better. This is a massive win for readable and maintainable code. And here it is, the blueprint for our utility. This is a totally separate JavaScript file. Let's call it toast.js, and maybe we'll stick it in a shared utils folder.
The key is that it has one single exported function, ShowToast. We've designed it to take in everything it needs, the component context, a title, a message, and the variant. All that messy dispatch logic we saw before, it's all tucked away neatly right here, doing the heavy lifting for us in one central spot. And this is the payoff. Now, in any other component where you need a toast, you just import our shiny new ShowToast function. Then you can call it with one beautiful, self-explanatory line of code. This is how you build professional, scalable LWC apps. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's so much easier to maintain down the road. So we have built the tool. Now let's talk about mastering the art of actually using it. If you follow just a few best practices, you can make sure your notifications are always effective, always professional, and always helpful for your users. Let's just run through this quick checklist. Always use clear, simple titles. Keep your messages short and sweet. Nobody wants to read a novel in a toast. Save that sticky mode for real emergencies only. And please always use a reusable utility like the one we just built to keep your code dry. Don't repeat yourself. And most important of all, give feedback after every major thing a user does. Oh, and a little pro tip, a well-placed emoji can add a surprising amount of flair. So there you have it. We've gone all the way from a basic little pop-up to a really robust professional notification system. And thinking about the elegance of that reusable utility we built, it kind of leaves me with one last question for you to think about. What's the cleanest, most satisfying piece of code you've ever written?